Would you stop that? We're going over here.
Why didn't you do it over there?
Come on.
I don't know.
Usually he's pretty good about eating it. He doesn't try to swallow big chunks or anything, but I still watch him. I never leave him by himself because I just want to make sure he's not going to swallow big chunks whole.
Ew.
Eat your chicken. There's no more. Go eat it. He doesn't like it frozen, really.
Oh.
But I want to get it done before they start. He usually takes a lot longer to eat it than Bo does because, who is that? Oh, it's a sticker. Because he likes to savor it. Bo just do it all.
Yeah.
It's too cold, huh? Want me to hold it for you? Sometimes they like it when you keep it long. Be better by something. Nom nom. Feeding it like this when it's somewhat frozen still is good for dogs that tend to swallow it whole because they usually don't like to swallow big chunks of frozen food. So they have to chew it more carefully.
That's what I'm mainly going to be worried about when, if I get a dog. And I start feeding
Once
them.
they start getting used to it though, they start figuring out that it's funner anyway to enjoy their food and not try to eat it so fast. Inhale it. But as long as you feed it frozen, they're not going to be able to swallow big chunks of it whole. Lately I've been totally thawing it, so he's probably a little upset that he's getting it frozen again.
So you don't think liver and whatnot is going to be messy either?
Liver's a little bit messy, but they'll clean it up really well. And stuff like liver is going to be small amounts, so you could feed it in a dish. Some dogs don't really care for it as much, so sometimes you have to really be creative and mix it with their food a little better.
His back feet.
Yeah, he's getting a workout, flossing his teeth, and getting fed dinner all at the same time. So it's good for him.
I was actually going to talk to Dad about a dog last week, but somehow we got in a conversation about Woody, and he was like, yeah, no more dogs. And I was like, oh, I'm screwed. So yeah, I'm not really looking forward to asking him.
Something you gotta do before you start looking.
I know, but they're so cute. And as soon as he asks, if he says yes, as soon as he asks, what kind of dog, do I lie and say, it's a good dog, instead of saying a pit bull?
You could just tell him that you're not really sure what you want yet. Something kind of medium size that you feel safe walking with.
Yeah.
See, I call that flossing his teeth when he pulls it like this. 2 more weeks of this, and we'll be feeding him organs with this chicken for a little while. And then we'll be switching to red meat.
So seriously, if I did get a dog and I paid you the money to buy or get the meat for me,
As long as you prepaid me.
yeah,
I don't have the money to buy it first.
yeah. How much do you think it is per month?
Depending on what kind of meat you get and where you get it.
I'd
Like
be
this
getting the same
chicken
stuff
for
for
us
you.
is costing about $13 a month
Oh, that's not bad.
for 2 dogs. And one's a little bit bigger and needs more food.
So that's probably how much I would be paying for a pit bull or a husky.
For a pit bull,
Or a husky, rather.
a husky, you're looking at like 65 pounds. And so you're going to be feeding him quite a bit more than these guys eat. Probably almost triple what they eat. But you can find meat really cheap usually. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, chicken is just something that you feed them for
Well, I
a
can
month and a half, and then you switch to other meats. And
Well, I can get the chicken from Safeway. I'm just saying after the, what did you say, a month and a half?
yeah,
After the month and a half.
then you'll be buying red meat, like beef. But you could probably get it cheaper from like a meat cutter, or butcher, or farmer. You know, the stuff that people can't eat.
Mhm.
You can get it cheap or even free sometimes. Or you can, like I said, put ads on Craigslist. And
Well, the only problem about that is I don't really have a ride to go anywhere, and I can't, promise people that I'll be there to get meat unless they delivered it, which would cost me money.
yeah,
So unless like you guys had a car and randomly
well, by
came
then
up
we'd
here,
probably have our truck, but you'd have to pay me gas money because depending on where it is, I mean,
Yeah.
that truck does suck up gas sometimes.
yeah. That's why I miss having a job at Sundance. 'Cause I was getting paid, $6 a month. That's enough to afford a horse and a dog. Plus my $50 allowance.
I still think you should start with a smaller dog.
Well, they live.
They're a lot easier to feed and care for.
They live a lot longer, and
Smaller dogs live a lot longer.
yeah, I know. That's why.
But a raw-fed big dog is going to live just as long as a normal small dog.
Well, my point is, I want a big dog while I'm still young.
You going to take it from here?
Like, I made the mistake of saying that I wanted to get rid of Chelsea, even though I should have just grown up and took care of her better. And,
Just come on, hold it for me, Mom. They like it better when I hold it for them because then it doesn't get all dirty.
yeah.
But we're going to try to work it out to where they're fed somewhere cleaner. That way, maybe on a blanket or something where it has more traction and we can hold on to it better. Because they don't like to touch it with their paws at all.
Why?
Because they don't like to get it on their paws. They're just clean. Every
like,
now and then he'll try to hold it down a little bit, but then he pulls away from it. Bo absolutely hates the thought of putting it near his paws. It's just dirty and they don't like to be dirty.
Well, that reminds me of
Most dogs don't.
little chef from Ratatouille.
Most dogs don't like to get it on their hands. But Bo, he would have already been done with his chicken by now. He would have been done probably 5 or 10 minutes ago.
It's been 9 minutes.
Probably about 5 minutes ago then. Because he'll literally just chomp through it like it's nothing. Bo finishes in what seems like seconds.
Well, he doesn't care. He's
Well, I'm kind of glad he takes longer. He's enjoying his food more. It's better for him to eat slow anyway. He ate real fast. He could throw it up and have to re-eat it because he didn't chew it properly. He breaks up all the bones nice and small. And the slower he eats, the more he's brushing his teeth. So we're just crunch, 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 gone.
I've been trying to find somewhere else to work, continue cleaning stalls and whatnot. And I posted ads on Craigslist, and I will never post another ad on Craigslist. I get so many emails about house cleaning. I'm like, I know it's a scam. You guys say the exact same thing.
When Bo first had his piece of chicken, when we first let him have it on his own, he got a piece about that size stuck on his tooth. That's another thing dogs will do. They get it off, but they get it stuck on their canines. And he sat there for like a couple minutes just trying to get it off, licking his teeth and making funny noises and trying to chew down on it. And finally got it off and then ate it.
Yeah, I thought this would be a lot more harder.
No, it's easy. Especially with chicken, because it's so... you
not
just throw a
messy.
piece out there, it's already the right size for him. And usually whatever Ozzy doesn't eat, Bo will come up behind him and finish it. Like if he leaves little slivers like that there.
So weird.
Missed some right there. That bone right there.
When you get your truck fixed, you should take me to a shelter.